Yo, what's good? It's the God Allah. Just let me get these out the frame. Yo, what's good? It's the God Allah Joseph, and I'm here with a product review. I've done adjusted my background a couple times. I'm done this time. All right, we here with the product review. I don't want to make this video, honestly. This isn't like what I do. I make music, I throw parties, I make clothes, I twist wrenches, I skirt the V, I vroom the bike, you know what I mean? Want to get into boats and airplanes one day too. That's what I do, not product reviews. But I'm gonna do one right now because I feel like every single review that you get doesn't talk about any of this stuff. Nah, you know what? I don't mind doing a product review. It would be kind of cool to do some, but at the same time, this isn't the kind of review I want to do. This comparison, like ripping them a new one kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? I could go without doing this. Also, like, send me some. You feel me? Send me some. I pay for all of this. I'd like to be able to go without doing this, but because nobody has done this, I gotta be that guy. I also just want to let you know I'm a solution-based dude, all right? So I'm not just going to complain, and not have a solution. That's not me. So just be prepared for some of the ideas. Just for any young people out there who want to become producers and stuff and are looking for their first piece of hardware, I think it's important to know all this. Nobody paid me to be nice, all right? So you're going to get a full, raw, honest opinion. You feel me? Let's get it. So from jump, what we got here is the Maschine Mikro Mk2 and the Maschine Mikro Mk3. The first obvious thing is, oh my gosh, look at how beautiful this thing is, right? Maybe they made this Mk 3 so beautiful to distract you from how bad it is. No, I'm kidding. Things will get better. I believe. And like, it's actually amazing. You know, it's a lot of hardware. Less screen, you know, you got a big screen. This is actually, I low-key like this screen. There's a lot of information that you can get on here, and there's a lot of functionality that comes with this piece of hardware versus this piece of hardware. It's kind of like one of those things, like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it seems like they tried to fix something that wasn't broke and ended up breaking it in the process. Not very happy about that. The first thing that I'm going to complain about is the fact that we don't have a tracking button anymore. So if you want to go back and forth in your track, this is the buttons you want you to use, and it would bring you to different places in your timeline, right? Very good button, honestly, very good button. We don't have it here. Now, I have an idea of how we could do that. Because they've taken away some of the buttons, I feel like the way to get that done would be like, because they don't have this like shortcut isn't routed to anything, so it's still possible they could do a future update and make this a thing, which they should. Listen to the God. But yeah, if you hit shift tempo and then use these forward and back buttons, that should allow us to do that. And I think I have another, I'll post my forum post, because I just bought this thing. Respectfully, I'm a slow adopter of technology, out of necessity and out of just like practicality. Like, I'm not gonna do the guinea pig, you know, situation. I'm not gonna be the test dummy that they test new technology on or whatever. But also, I ain't a walking lick, or if you don't understand what that means, I'm not a walking bag of money. Like, I don't have the bread to just be spending all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, on all this frivolous stuff, some of which doesn't really matter, you know what I'm saying? Music matters to me, right? So I am definitely gonna like invest in some musical equipment and stuff like that, but you want the stuff that you invest in to be useful and to work and to be an improvement from the last version to the next version. And so one thing I'm noticing is just like, there is a lack of, I want to say, care to what they're producing here, because yes, it is a nice shiny, well, it ain't shiny, it's matte, but it's a nice piece of hardware. It looks very nice, and I love the freaking touch bar. That thing is cool. There's a lot of functionality that's added with that, which I really appreciate Native Instruments for. But then again, there's some things that's like, yo, what are we really doing here? You expect the technology to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you buy the Mach 1, you expect the Mach 2 to be better. If you buy the Mach 2, you expect the Mach 3 to be better. But that's not what we're seeing here. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get on to some more things. One thing that I was looking forward to, because they did take some of the functionality away, right? They took some of the workflow away. My main thing is sampling. I wish I could show you on this. I might be able to, unless they updated it. Let me see what I can do here. Hold on, oh, and by the way, so this plugs in so secure. Like, I don't know if you see me moving my hand a little bit. Super secure. This one, loose as a goose. You feel me? She loose. But all right, so now we're over here. And all right, so I'm gonna just use this as an example. So you should be able to sample on this in the traditional way. This is like how this is one of the reasons why I even bought Maschine to begin with, because I'm a sampler, right? And you could do stuff like this. And chop your samples on the go, like boom, boom, and it's manual. You see that? Now we're gonna choke that up, stop that. Just to throw it out there, yeah. So these pads, they're dead. You see what happens? I press one and it triggers the others. I don't know why, but I bought a new pad sensor so we can fix this joint, because I need this one working again. I need you. But if that don't work, then I'm gonna just change the whole motherboard. I'm gonna keep the shell, because this has traveled with me. This has gone through a lot of stuff with me, so I don't want to ever get rid of this. I'm not going to. But yeah, just a little fun fact. That you can't do that anymore. Like, what are you thinking, Maschine? What was you thinking to take away the function at, like, that workflow, the being able to chop live on the beat or whatever off beat you wanted to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could chop the sample so nice on this joint. On this one though, you gotta duplicate, send it to every pad, and then use this knob to change the start and end position of your samples, and it really messes up the workflow. And this is something I also put in the forums, and I'll show you guys my forum posts. I'll put the link in the bio, but like, yo, like, I am not messing with this. Maschine, you need to update that. Like, there's no reason why this old version is low-key better than the new version. Like, just for the simple fact of sampling, because that's what we do with the Maschine. We do this with the Maschine. There were guys who thought about the MPC but wanted something a little more modern, wanted something, you know, with the all-black aesthetic, you know what I mean? All-black aesthetic with the colors, though. The color pads. That's fire. We got this for a reason. I don't know why y'all taking the functionality away. And then, like, I saw that on an update, you could do this type of sampling style on the new ones. I mean, on the bigger ones, like the Maschine Plus. Like, come on, don't gatekeep that on more expensive hardware. Like, that's actually ugly. Don't do that. Like, we need this manual slicing mode over here. And so my goal in making this video is to wake Native Instruments up and have them do something about this. Like, update this piece of hardware. I'm a programmer myself, so I know it's not going to be impossible for y'all to implement what you all had over here with the let me just hold on. You feel me? Like, you could just chop it up the way you want to. And I love that feature about this. And the fact that they ain't have it on here is whack. This should be an improvement, not a downgrade. I'm just saying. So the reason why the sampling thing is such a big deal is like literally from the jump, from Maschine Mk3, bro, we were able to do this. Like, I don't think you really understand. This is a foundational feature of Maschine. This is like what makes Maschine. And so when they've dropped the micro, I was like, yo, this is dope. Like, I'm gonna have a smaller footprint, but I can still do everything I did on the big boy. Like, you know what I mean? I came from the original and went on to the Mikro Mk2, and it just feels like they lost their identity and lost, like, they forgot who they were in this new one. You know what I mean? Like, they forgot who they were in the sense of, like, everybody who gets this they're making sample-based music. And like, I see that they do this new recording mode and stuff. Like, bro, ain't nobody recording no goddamn samples, bro. Like, yes, we are, but like, no, we're not. Like, we sample music like it's hip hop. We want to make hip hop. That's like, you got Boris over here looking like he's from the 90s, dressing like hip hop. Like, that's the whole point of this product, to do hip hop music or anything in that same vein, like the sampling life. Like, come on now, get real. Excuse me. Oh God. I'll even say it to this extent. Like, we just care about sound kits, like drum kits, loops, and good noise, good sounds from sound library from Contact. That's really what we care about. Like, and if we really want to freaking record some samples and bring it into Maschine, we'll do it in Logic, Ableton, whatever we're using. Like, we'll use it, we'll do it in our DAW and drag it in. Like, that's how we've always done it. So like, we could really care less about this whole recording feature. It's really nice and it's dope, especially for people who be doing those live samples and looping it and doing the performances like that. But like, come on. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget who the client is. Come on now. All right, next point. You see those three buttons right here? F1, F2, F3? Master tab. You got your master, you got your group, and your sound. Now with this, all you get is when you hit plugin, you're gonna get sound. If you hit plugin and group, you get the group sound. All right? So where's the master at? Like, for real, like, that's whack. So whack. I want to be able to switch to my master track and put any effects I want from here, from the jump. Now, there's a little hack, kind of, not really. But if you're like editing live and you want to do like a live set, you can hit the macro, but that ain't it. So yeah, I have an idea of how to bring this to the Mikro 3, and it's simply doing shift, plugin, and group. Or shift, plugin, group, and that left arrow so you can move yourself over to the master tab. You know what I mean? I feel like that is a way of addressing that issue, because there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to do that. And like, come on. Like, so because I plugged that one in, now this one's on just like MIDI mode or whatever. But like, come on. Like, they really bugging with that lack of functionality again. Yeah, you can tell it's real casual, you feel me? Over here eating my breakfast, my brekkie. But, you know, now that we here, actually, why can't we do the perform effects on the master track? Because if I want to scratch it up, I want to scratch up the whole track, not just the sounds. Like, I want that authentic scratch vibe. I don't want to go into every single group that I have and scratch independently. Like, that's crazy. And that's a waste of time. And I can't even copy and paste the scratches that I do. So I can't keep like the same vibe on everything. It's always going to be a little different. Like, what's up with that? That needs to be updated too. Got a brother like, give me more. All right, next argument. Something mad simple. Do y'all know what I'm going to say next? I hope so. I'm going to zoom in on it. It ain't sampling. It's the save function. Hold on. Boom, it's the save function. So you used to be able to, while in the middle of a project, you know what I mean? Like, boom, shift save real quick, real quick. Where is the save button, God? Like, for real. Like, again, like, who was thinking when they made this? I don't think they was thinking, for real. Like, Maschine, I really, Native Instruments, I really rock with y'all. But, like, y'all dropped the ball. You feel me? So, all right. I have a fix, though. Because there's some shortcuts, there's some button combinations that don't trigger anything. So I feel like shift, play should save. That should save your project. Or we hit shift, play in the project button. That should save your project. Do that in the next update, please. Like, I don't know what's going on over there at Native Instruments, but like, I have a feeling that they're just like making this product or making these products and just expecting people to accept whatever they put out and just gobble it up. You know what I'm saying? But nah, like, somebody gotta say something. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. I'm the one that gotta say something. I forget the bar, but you get the point. Like, this is crazy. Like, I can't save. Nah, that's wild. Like, yes, I know I'm using my laptop and stuff, and like, it's not a standalone, but I could do so much on this. I could be in the airport cooking up. I don't have to like touch my laptop. You gotta go back up to the laptop more often, because with the micro, yes, you are gonna be on the laptop, you know, a little more than you would on like the standalones or the bigger ones, but you should get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? This one, I gotta still go back up to my laptop every once in a while. So Maschine, I'm just saying, like, we gotta clean some stuff up. You know what I mean? Like, I'll go back to using the Maschine Mikro Mk2, like, high key, and this video might decrease your sales on the Mk 3 because nobody wants to mess with a piece of hardware that isn't as functional, period. Like, yeah, it looks nice, but is it as functional? Like, could you do more with the Mk 2 and have a better workflow? Theoretically, yes. And I mean, don't even get me started, because a used Mk 2 is running like anywhere between 50 and $100, where you can get a Mk 3 for like 200. You know what I'm saying? So what, you can pay $50 and get an even better experience. Like, come on. Native Instruments not looking good right now. There's other things you could do with the Mk 3, but like, there's just certain quality of life features that are not there. I want it to be there so bad. You know what I mean? I adopt, like I said, I'm a slow adopter to this, and I would expect that, because, you know, 5 years ago, oh, I don't even know if I noted this. So 5 years ago, Native Instruments did a video about this, you know, tutorial video or whatever, and they said,
you can tag your favorite sounds by pressing Shift plus star.
Hold Shift and star to favorite stuff. You hold Shift and star, it doesn't work. I'll put it in the forum too. Somebody from Native Instruments actually responded to me and was like, oh, it don't work. Well, why are you putting videos out 5 years ago telling people to do that? That's low-key, high-key false advertising. Yo, okay, breaking news. You're getting this live just like me. I just checked my email. Native Instruments responded. And so we made a request and they delivered. We now have the Shift Star. It's because I started doing this a week ago, right? So it's a week later, and in a week they fixed that, so that's good. But yeah, I'm gonna keep what I said, but fire update. All right, no, it's just good to know that they will rise to the occasion when we say something. And honestly, these changes, it's not just for me, it's for every creative, it's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody who invested in this thing and was expecting something. Let's get it. And I'm just putting this information out so you guys can do better, because I like my hardware. I like the Maschine. I do. You know what I'm saying? But like, come on. What are we doing? What are we really doing? All right. So far, we've done sampling, saving, favoriting, and the group tabs, like the master, sound, group tabs. Other thing I want to talk about is note repeat. Okay, so before, hold on, we're gonna have to, All right, so let's fire her up. All right, before you could hit this and you could set different parts, right? You could set it like that. It could be like, oh, let me get that 30-second. Let me get that triplet 30-second. You feel me? Let me get that dotted eighth and then triplet 30-second. And you can switch in between, right? There is none of that here. None of that. You get the note repeat, but then you only get one thing to note repeat with. So, what you think? I got a solution, baby. Okay, so what I think needs to happen here is when we hit note repeat, this needs to separate. Yeah, you see that? She wants to wake up. This needs to separate into 3 different regions. And they could have like, you could have it where it's like a couple dots, 2 black dots, a couple dots, 2 black dots. So you have a couple different regions so we can still get this vibe. I don't know if we even need lock. We don't need lock, all right? Because we have a lock button here. So you can have 3 different settings for your note repeat. I should be able to, and like do what I want, set it. You know what I mean? Let's get a triplet eighth, excuse me. Hold down the note repeat and click the different regions that I can set. Like that's one way of working around this. There's a way to do that actually. There's definitely a way because this all basically acts as a tuning wheel. I forget what they call it. It's the encoder, You can set it with the tuning wheel, right? And basically that position is what we're doing. So live, we should be able to. So that could be, eighth notes, 16ths up here, and then 30-second. Like there's a way to do it. That way, like all of those parameters are totally adjustable and customizable. Lots of room for creativity. And let's just fire her back up. See, this one's nice and secure. I gotta push it against my knee. You feel me? Secure. That plug goes in good. I won't lie. With that said, shout out to the team that developed the hardware. Hardware fire, but software lacking. Y'all did your thing with the way this plug feels. It's very secure. As secure as this guy. I don't even see this guy anymore. I haven't seen this guy like in stores. They sell the A25, I think now. But anyway, yeah, I got a whole bunch of old hardware. Yeah, I'm not one of those producers that's gonna have like 1,000,001 products on the wall, like da 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 da. You feel me? Like, quick clarification. At least not right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't have all that hardware. Eventually, we'd like to. You feel me? We'd like to, but we know how to make a dollar stretch. You feel me? I got the minimalist studio. I probably got the Kanye West style studio. Like all this is what we need. I got the mic. The mic's in the bag right now because I'm just freaking MX mic not set up because we in composer mode. I was gonna say producer mode, but producers probably got the mic set up. But you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just making beats right now, and then when it's time to do the mixing and mastering and all that stuff, I'm gonna do that stuff in a second. But like, yeah. So by the way, MXL old school. Shout out to Dave Alucci, you feel me? Lace me up. But yeah, I got the minimalist setup, so it's like, yeah, we ain't out here freaking spending an arm and leg on hardware. We want to get something that's gonna be like a do-it-all, something very, you know what I mean? We need good stuff. I think we got some good things here, but yeah, I see it. Do you see what I see? Y'all got the vision? Do you have the vision? But you know what I'm saying? Like, just some things, you know what I'm saying? Like, overall, I'm like 6 out of 10 happy with the Mikro Mk3. And I'm only saying 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 happy because the bar was already set. You know what I mean? And the fact that they ain't reached that bar with the new product, like, come on. Like, it would get a 10 out of 10 if it could do everything that the Mk 2 could do, plus all this new stuff. But I don't like the whole trade-in qualities. Nah, like, I'm not gonna give up this for that. Like, Patriot Act type vibes. Like, nah, give me my guns, give me my safety. and privacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe even 7 out of 10. Like, I was 10 out of 10 happy with this thing when I first bought it. You know what I'm saying? And I've had it since 2017. It's 2024 now. So many years have passed, and finally these 4 pads have gone out. Kind of sad that happened. You should build a stronger product, because I feel like there's some not machines, there's some MPCs from like the 90s that is still banging out today. Maybe I'm bugging, I don't know. Maybe somebody already took it apart and put some new pad sensors in, if that's even how they work. But I know that like this is a very special product because of how like the pad sensors do their thing, and like velocity monitoring and like very cool technology, honestly. But yeah, there's a couple things that need to be addressed. And I think for anybody who's gonna go in and buy this product new, there's some things that you should be aware of, because nobody talking about it. Because like, I thought I did enough research before I went and bought this thing, but oh Lord, the workflow has changed. You already know the vibes. We still gonna be out here making bangers, Hit Factory, Motown style, you feel me? We still gonna be out here banging it out. You know, so just stay tuned for some new music and whatnot. But yeah, I had to get this off my chest. And like I said, ain't nobody talk about this. I did see some people like in the forums talk about this like a couple of years ago, but gotta be clear, they didn't talk about everything I talked about on the forums. They talked about some of the things, the sampling thing, for example. Somebody like, because that's the thing. That's why we bought a machine, for sampling. So bring that back at least. But everything I just mentioned should be implemented. I swear to God, if you implement this, sales will go up. Sales will go up. You know, I'm new to this machine, obviously, pun intended. It's like, you would think 5 years later, these people would have things figured out, but no. So yeah. Let's get to it, Native Instruments. Let's get to it. Come on. You see the logo right there. You know we rapping low key. You know we rapping low key. Like, come on. Like, I would like to just retire this and use it as an extra piece of hardware. And now that we're on it low key, why can't I have multiple machines plugged in? This is a new one that I'm just coming up with. Like, it would be dope if I could have one drum set on this, another drum set on this, my keys on that, and I could like play with the homies. That would be fire. Like, why haven't we done that yet? Like, come on now. Like, put that in the next update, 2.1.8.2 or 2.8. Whatever we're at right now, do that. 2.1.9, I think that's what it needs to be. 2.1.9. You can now do jam sessions. Okay, like let's up it. Let's up it. You know what I mean? Like, it needs to get better. It needs to get better. You know what I'm saying? Every swing needs to be closer to a knockout. You know what I'm saying? Every swing needs to be closer to a ball out the park. Like, I know I'm just kind of rambling now, but come on, Native Instruments. Like, we believe in the product. We want to see the best. And I thoroughly believe the machine can still be the best drum machine out here. So I know these things are possible, and it just takes enough people to complain about it in order for a change to happen. It takes enough care from the team who's making it to get change on it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get to it.